That right out the gates, Dawson versus Ben. Maybe not as fast-paced as we would have been looking for, Sheik Puff said, but two exciting players nonetheless. And yeah, we're just gonna start right away. So
Yeah, no, well, we're getting right into it. This matchup, we see it sometimes be kind of slow paced, but I think this matchup actually requires a lot of really, really precise movement from the Sheik player. And we're kind of already seeing that in Ben's play, just like really, really quick shield drops, looking for openings, kind of weaving through the air as quickly as he can to compete with the speed of Jigglypuff's aerial mobility.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think the name of the game is going to be how much Dawson can condition Ben in the realm of just picking up rests off of maybe crouch off some type of overextension on the grab. Dash attack, of course, kind of risky to go for in this situation, but as we speak, Ben kind of establishing a pretty firm lead right now in the beginning of this game.
Yeah, I think one of the things about this matchup that, so often we hear about how it's, very Puff favored, and I do actually think Puff has the edge, but, Sheik has a lot of very low lag, powerful hitboxes that she can kind of just throw out and make Puff's time getting in a lot more difficult, although accidentally does the chain there. That's pretty easy to punish, but you know what I mean? Like, you have these like big back airs, forward airs, tilts, like they all wall out Puff in a really effective way.
Yeah, absolutely. Stocks evened up more or less. That could have been a huge punish there, but not too much off of Dawson, and we're going to see Ben kind of trying to space out with back airs of his own to combat that wall of pain out of Dawson.
Yeah, I think so far a huge part is just that Dawson has been down a stock since the beginning, and so often we hear how Jigglypuff is much, much, much stronger when she isn't forced to approach, when she doesn't have to try to engage. When she's down a stock, she can't afford to do that, and that kind of gives Ben what he wants.
That's kind of crazy how he picked up that kill also. I might be a little bit behind you right now, but I saw like a turnaround grab, just kind of hard call out on Dawson's roll earlier to pick up that second stock. Really good awareness out of Sheik. I don't think we see just hard call outs off of Puff's roll like that all too often.
Yeah, and it can be really effective because Puff's roll generally isn't that good. Like, it doesn't go as far of a distance. So, stuff like that can really be a smart way to punish a character's kind of natural weaknesses.
Triple spot dodge out of Dawson. If it works, it works.
I mean, it's one of the best spot dodges in the game. We've seen that in Sheik Dittos too many times to even count at this weekly.
Okay, so not out of the woods just yet.
Ooh, and
Ben's
just
gonna,
as you
of
say
course.
that.
Oh yeah, it looks like I am a little bit behind that.
So let's see if we can sync up what if production can kind of speak to us about what we need to do to get kind of Walt and I in the same kind of wavelength.
Trying to reload it. I'm gonna open it up on my phone again and see if that happens. But yeah, in any case, I mean, Ben, super solid fundamentals overall. Again, I think just the big thing that stood out to me were just kind of hard call outs in terms of catching Dawson playing defense and just being able to find the right punish at the right time. Nothing felt like it was a super duper huge overextension. Not all that risky play, just kind of measured and controlled, and enough to take the first game, it seems.
And already, as we say that, we're back into the next game. I'm 48, 47.
Yeah, I'm
so
at 57, so I'm quite behind.
You're quite behind still. Well, while Walt's getting that synced up, one of the big things that makes this matchup a lot more tricky for Puff, and not in the sense that she loses the matchup, but to make it more difficult for Puff, is using those needles in really intelligent ways. They're kind of an option that you can use to open up Puff, get grabs a bit more safely. And one of the biggest challenges in this matchup is that she kind of can't grab as freely because, oh my god, that wave land in the forward air was amazing. But yeah, she can't grab as freely because Puff can crouch under her.
Maybe still behind? Yeah. I did see Ben pick up that first stock, though, which is quite good. Solid being able to actually get the first stock in this counter pick and also have quite a bit of a percent lead as well. Pretty solid stuff overall from Ben.
Yeah, a little bit of a late reaction there on Dawson's part, but does actually still manage to cover it with a dare, and it's going for doesn't want to go for the rest because he doesn't want to take any extra percent that he doesn't need to take. One thing that he could have done is go for that little up B sing reset that we've seen Hungrybox go for in the last 6 months, which is kind of a little optimization. It is something you should definitely try if you are a Puff player, but I liked what Dawson went for as well.
Yeah, I wonder, because HBox goes for that a bit more often against Marth specifically. I wonder, I don't know if you have any comment on that, what kind of value it adds for the Sheik matchup, because it's kind of like you have so much time by the time Sheik goes back to stage, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the amount of time in terms of frames that the end lag of Sheik's up B has is, if it's not identical, it's like 2 frames like slower or faster. Like I'm pretty sure of Falcon, Sheik, and Marth, 2 of them are the same. And I want to say it's Sheik and Falcon, and then one of them is like slightly faster maybe, but they're all about like 30 frames-ish, half a second, which is more than enough time to kind of jump off and punish if they're close like that. Obviously the platform interrupting the edge guard there for Dawson, but I think you could do it for both characters. It's just the sing hitbox is not that big, and if it can't connect, then maybe it doesn't work out. So I think it does depend on spacing and stuff like that.
Sure.
So how you doing in sync?
It's it hasn't been the best so far, but I'm able to see some things every so often, and it. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, I've got 457 right now.
5, 4, 3.
Yeah, it's close enough right now. I can
Close enough,
look at it
I
on my
think.
phone. So it's.
Anyway, so for people who just are unclear what's happening, we're just trying to make sure that Walt and I are in sync with the broadcast. So when we say something like "beautiful back air from Puff" there, down tilt,
Almost a kill there from Ben. So.
We make sure that we actually are seeing it at the same time. I really like the Nair out of shield option there. Very, very quick out of shield punish, and just Ben doing a really good job of zoning Dawson out.
Yeah, power shield Nair there as well. Super good. Yeah, just again, really measured play out of Ben right now, just figuring out kind of how he wants to approach the matchup. Not taking any unnecessary risks, and finds the kill there with the Nair.
Yeah, again, it's like I was saying earlier, there are 2 things. One, the hitboxes, very, very powerful, hard to deal with, especially if you're in the corner, that Sheik has to offer. And then the needles can be tricky as well. So there are tools that Sheik has that can make Puff's life difficult. But, that being said, I still think Puff has really, really strong punish game. Crouch is such a threat, so it does depend.
Yeah, and again, Dawson keeping it competitive here. Won't see any punish out of Ben, of course, with the star KO. And last stock, it's kind of spooky.
Absolutely. Very, very spooky. At this situation, it looks like Dawson is ahead. Everything kind of in a typical match would say, yeah, Dawson's probably going to close this out. But it's Puff, right? Rest at any time could just make this Dawson's game.
Yeah, the proverbial rest is on the table, and the grab is a scary position, especially when you get the knockdown on the platform there. Ben's in trouble.
Absolutely. Yeah, trying to get out of the corner, does manage to do it with a buffered roll, and now he has stage control once again. How much pressure can he put onto Dawson to prevent him from getting back to center?
Wow, yeah, falling dare also. Super good shield decisions out of Dawson here, especially where kind of traded hits are pretty scary for the Puff player at this point.
Wispy kind of playing a weird role here. It knocks Ben off, and you always want to be careful that Wispy doesn't set you up in a position where you don't want to be in. It's a little
overextension.
Yeah, you're right. That was close. Very, very close.
Yeah.
The counter pick really working in Dawson's favor.
Yeah, and it's looking like I'm back up to speed, at least in terms of where you've been watching. So that's comforting. Xanadu 400, baby. We love it. Everything is fine. And that was